Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news in the sport of boxing involving Floyd Money Mayweather, and we all know King Ryan Garcia. Man, Floyd is out here making his rounds. He's It's kind of crazy because, like I said, the guys, you know who I'm talking about. They pretty much put it on themselves. On how you pretty much have awakened Floyd to come out and make his presence felt. You don't really see him doing this, much, but at the end, I feel like they asked for it. And it's like I said, you reap what you sow. And that's what's taking place right now. Ladies and gentlemen, King Ryan Garcia has revealed that Floyd Money Mayweather told him, to come into the fight against Devin Haney, 3 pounds over. Now, that weight sent a lot of shockwaves throughout. I wonder why he did that and said that. I guess we're going to get into that. Like I said, Floyd is running around talking to a lot of people on that iPhone. We're going to get into it as well. You don't want to miss that. So it's going to be important you subscribe because we're going to be touching on some other conversations that he had, if y'all know what I mean. Because right now the sport of boxing is percolating. Now, obviously, you when all of this is happening, the 3 pounds over it, Floyd is telling them to do that. Did he tell Gervonta to implement that situation that he did? That rehydration clause was definitely a beast. We seen Ryan Garcia come into that fight looking drained. And that was a big fight. You're going up against the power of Gervonta Tank Davis. We all know the punch power. You got to watch out for that left. He's very skilled. A lot of people look at Gervonta as a one punch kind of guy, but his defense, to his exchanges, to just really pacing himself. It almost like when Gervonta is fighting, he's like rocking the other fighter to sleep because it's almost like you feel like success is there for you. It feels like, things are turning around. And then in the blink of an eye, you're on the canvas, but I mean, for whatever reason, that's what's happened. Now, Devin Haney, now with this loss, he's 31-1. We all know the dream. Like I said, it was supposed to be peaches and roses for his career. A lot of people felt like he lost against Lomachenko. That came out. He went up against Regis, who I think it was just a landslided victory. But at the end of the day, he doesn't knock anybody out. And I think Ryan Garcia, he almost laughed at the power of Devin Haney. Now, everybody's on record of saying that Devin, even though he was promoted, top rank ESPN, I wonder how they're going to deal with him after this. Is he just going to fade into the abyss? It almost feels like Bill Haney, he won't allow, for Devin to just be forgotten about. Nobody's really, what's going on with Errol Spence. He's not forgotten about at all by any stretch of the imagination. But, before, he came out in that last fight, with Tim Tszyu after, and he challenged. So, I mean, he challenged for Andorra, pardon me. It kind of seemed a little crazy. He don't have no mouthpiece with him like Bill, so it is what it is. So I think that fights could be on the horizon, but I'm telling you, Devin needs a big victory after this because if not, I think that we could be talking about something even more serious, and it's going to get to a point that Bill is not going to be able to save the day. But, like I said, Floyd Mayweather, he obviously has been keeping an eye out on all of these fighters. I don't think Floyd get enough credit for why he watched all of these guys from the inception. Obviously, he fought Tank and he obviously was in Tank's corner, not literally, but, literally. And a lot of people thought that Floyd and Tank had some kind of, this, that, and the third, but, obviously it's not like that. I think that they obviously got a decent relationship, but it is what it is. I think that the sport of boxing is in a good place, that Floyd is involved is definitely entertaining. It's definitely could lead to even bigger fights on the horizon. And all of this is really doing is stirring that commotion for that fight with Tank. That's the only thing I can, see with this, because Ryan is on such a streak right now off this one fight. It's like, who else but Tank? What if he was to go in with Tank, and would he with Tank? I think that Tank is so strategic, and I think that Tank probably will feel confident what weight you're gonna do it at. But obviously, to be some kind of catch weight situation, it won't be for the title. But are you going to let him rehydrate to, that kind of level? I think that's going to be the question for Tank, and I think that that's not going to come into play. I think that Tank will do it. I think if the fans want it, if the money is right. But at the end of the day, I think that they may be moving on. Everybody wants to fight Tank. That payday is tremendous. As Rolly Romero, he's still chasing big fights. So I mean, it's wild. But let me know in the comments section what y'all think of Floyd Money Mayweather being so vocal lately. He's picking up that phone. Did Bill and these guys, put it on themselves? I think that's gonna be the question. And like I said, Ryan Garcia just showed that he can bang in there. He just changed his whole perception. In the blink of one fight. The perception of what Ryan Garcia is talked about now as a real fighter. You can't continue to, diminish him anymore. And the media is taking credit and taking heed to it. And people might feel like Ryan, because like I said, at the end of the day, Devin in boxing circles was always, questioned, and he went in there with a guy with some power who he underestimated for whatever reason. He thought this was going to be another landslided pick 'em, choose 'em victory, So I just, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see. There's so many different variables here, that could come into play. But Ryan Garcia is like I said, we want to see that fight with Tank, and let me know, how do they get it done? How do they connect the dots? But if there's one man who, if nothing else, if this fight needs to get done, Floyd could get it done. Floyd can speak to Gervonta on a level that obviously nobody can. Their relationship is there, even though it's not vocally all out there. The public want to see it like the good old days. But Tank is bossed up now. So it's crazy. But like I said, I'm gonna have more boxing news updates for you. I'm here to let you know that Floyd Money Mayweather, he told him to come in, 3 pounds over. That rehydration clause, he's seen it. And I'm pretty sure he wanted this dang. If he went in there with Tank with all that power. Because after you rehydrate, Lord knows what it was after. People are predicting if he was 10 pounds over. It's crazy. Y'all let me know in the comment section as well. How would something like that go, and how much weight do you think he went in after he rehydrated? I'm going to leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe for more boxing news updates and more.